Hi, hi, welcome to TJ Talks Random, day 41, and very good day in terms of socially active, being socially active, and uh, and also physically good day in the sense interactions and all other kind of things, but mentally not that good. Mentally as if I'm lacking something, and the process is blocking my progress. As if I need something that pushes me forward. You need something that ignites you, and I'm in search of that. So, um, in search of that, and also emptiness inside me. You know, it's like having no fire inside you to do anything, so you become very lethargic. And I've been listening to this song called Gul by Anup Jain, which is a wonderful song. I think everyone must listen to it. And in that way, when I feel so lonely and heavy, what I do is I listen to music, and I guess indie, what do they call it? They call it indie India songs. Really suits me. All the songs are very soft and touches through, and it just touches through your heart. It goes through it, and those are the kind of songs that I like to listen to because it's calm and resonates with me. I think music has always been a great part of me. Music and dance, it's always been an escape. When I always try to find a song according to the mood that I be in, and try listening to that song as much as as much as I can or possibly can. And and regarding the task that I've assigned is just chaotic, but I'm trying to get into track slowly and steady. And since the colleges have started, I've tried sticking to the plan that I'm having right now to be a better student at college overall, in everything, not just having fun and being crazy out there, but also being studious and being serious about what needs to be done in the future and what needs to be attained now. I would like to tell you about how the past, the things that you do in the present, eventually turns out to be a past, and the past remains in you as memories, and slowly they do fade away, and time heals everything. Any pain, any quarrel, any misunderstanding, any doubts. So whatever happens in your past or present, or which is, or what's going to happen in future, at some point, a point of your life is always been healed out, and is not a major problem in your life. It's like a great saying goes, a one man's problem is another man's piece of cake. So it's like, if I find it hard to study chemistry, for my friend it's just a piece of cake. Even though it's a piece of big cake because he loves it, Even though it's hard, he has this determination and discipline to learn it. And through the process, he starts loving it. And through the love that he carries along with him, he proves to be a stronger candidate than any of us. It's the love that you have and the meaning that you put into that subject, why you love it and what made you love it. So, the greatest point of your life and the lowest point of your life, you're always living it at this present moment, at this point. The words that I've said, I'm also having the most exciting point of my life, and also having the most sorest point of my life. This whole timeline that I'm living, it's all happening right now. All there. I'm already there, and I've already experienced all that. There's nothing like true happiness or true being truly so sad. It's actually about staying intermediate, in between, staying e to the power x, and I was just thinking, if for me, it's like if I don't enjoy, like what happens is I enjoy a thing, and then it's like over at that. For the moment, it's over. After 2 seconds, I'd be like, oh, it's done. I mean, it's not there anymore. The same moment, you cannot have it, right? The same happiness, it's gone. So I get back to the normal state, and it kind of is not, doesn't feel good. So I was thinking, if there's a day where I be very happy and I just want the day to go be going all day, but you can't, because there is another second of your life and you have to live that, and it's a continuous thing, but it ends when you die. So what if I die at the moment where I'm at the topmost of being happy, and as you die, there's nothing next to it. I mean, the seconds that you live, you don't know what happens after that. What is after you die? What's the afterlife? But to our reach, we are limited in the knowledge of life and death, and this is what we could come up with, or I could think of. But this is not an answer to any question. It's just a thing out there. You can put it out there and just let it fly freely, and just let people see through it, how it flies and how it falls down. Isn't it beautiful? I'm an emotional person, very emotional, dramatic. It's like it's always music around me. If there's something, situations going on, or music keeps playing according to the situation. If there's any emotional things going on, I think about a lot of things. If even it could be anything. An emotional scene could be of anything. I think of some emotional things that are related to or surround or revolving around my life, what I believe is needed in an emotional way, and start crying about that, and also think about we have to work on it and progress accordingly. The podcast just puts a framework of what you feel, and throughout the day what has happened. Nothing special. I would say 4 hours of classes in the afternoon, some shits happened, and after that, I've gone with a friend of mine. My mother feels a bit insecure about something and doesn't allow me to go with my friends and be with them for a longer period of time. I think if, if, if I'm thinking as a robot, I'd be like, nothing, no big issues if I have to be following what she says, and I'm not truly independent at this point of my life. But as a human being, if I had to think or look into the perspective, look into the thing, it would be that even I have something in this place that I've born and want to experience all the other things, and her putting her own point of view and not letting and restricting me to achieve something that I want to achieve among the peers. I know there's a lot of things that happen in the society, and the age too helps it. It's like Rogi by Sidhu Haru, Nurse Code Sidhu Haru. So yeah, there are things like that to be considered, but still restricting the way I want to live, the will of the free will. It's kind of sad, but yeah. Moreover, she's a mother, right? They care, and they are parents. You cannot just push them away just for your selfish needs. It's not selfish. It's not selfish actually. I'm not hurting anyone here. Like, if you think of like what is right and wrong, it's all about how a person looks into things, right? If you just ask me if the thing that they have done is right or wrong, we have to talk about a lot of perspective, a lot of frame of work, and considering that as a human being, if I have to say something about right and wrong, I would say it is the list of things that you consider for yourself, that is whether it's right. Okay, now this is a right thing, this is a good thing. For example, someone considers alcohol to be bad and someone else considers alcohol to be alcohol, doesn't make a big issues out of it, but the person who thinks it's a bad makes a big issues out of it. So yeah, it's because he considers alcohol, he has written in his brain or mind or programmed it to be something that's harmful, which is bad, which is not good, which is haram. And they consider people who do it also are not that good. Okay, it might be they consider for them it could also be like roaming all the day, or just being leisure every day. All those things are lazy, but you cannot justify them to be as a wrong thing to do. You have to be talking about the perspective too. There's nothing like a certain wrong or definite wrong. I mean, if you talk about murder and all other things, they're certainly truly bad. But what led to the path of that criminal committing murder should also be considered. And considering all that fact, you can say that if he has done, no, it's already a wrong thing, but the path he has chosen to live and have, and what drove him to do it. All those are interesting things to look into, and also try to change him for the better. They might change, they may not. But the point is, what is right and wrong, right? It's all about what you consider. In the sense, if I am consider something as to be good and bad, it doesn't has to be the same for the other person who I feel is committing wrong. He might think that what he is doing wrong is the right thing in his programming list. So programming list in the sense what he has programmed his brain to believe to be as right and wrong. So considering that thing, we argue there's a difference in belief. So, and naturally difference in belief leads to difference in ideas and a quarrel or a sharing of words between each other, and sharing of ideas, or even having a bit of jagala. Typically talking, I'm not getting the words, so I'm just filling out the words somehow. So yeah, so when you say about difference in belief, it's true that difference in belief really puts a lot of quarrel. You can also talk about on a large scale, for example, religion. Could be Hinduism, Islamic, or Christianity. We share a lot of difference in belief. We happen to believe that there is a lot of difference in the belief. I'm not exactly deep. I like to get deep into it, but at this moment I'm not exactly deep in all these topics. But generally speaking, people believe that there's a lot of difference in belief, but the core of the religion is to work for the better of the society, and for the smooth, and also for the smooth society. So fundamentals of the religion is that supposedly, could be a thing. What else do I have to speak? I'm sorry for this boring podcast of today's, but I do podcast in a style where I speak as if how I feel, and I'm in a mood where I need to get out of this particular stage and work on what is needed to be done exactly, but need some push to. So that's why I'm speaking as a very boring person or something like that. But don't worry, TJ is always cool and awesome. You can always feel my aura or the energy. So yo, TJ is signing off. Please do share this podcast with your friends or someone else who you feel like things like these needs to be talked, or needs to be discussed, or needs to be shared. And please do like, and also if you can, please also do comment down below. I'll try uploading a daily podcast of me speaking with you people, sharing thoughts with you people. Thank you. TJ will be signing off.